Welcome everyone. I would like to formally welcome you for having your time for the two days workshop. In next 2 days, we are going to rock in the basics of Python. And I'm very thankful that you have joined in today. And also there is a big announcement that we have today is that all of you folks who joined in, all 100 participants which we have today, can actually get live hired. Yes, you are right, because Python is hiring, MyBase is hiring for Python developer. So we actually, any one of you can actually get hired, and we have our hiring partners also which are hiring for Python. So by this workshop, we are more eager to hire a Python developer from one of you folks. So let me introduce you our mentor of the day. So we, as you all chit chat with him for last 10 minutes. So Mr. Rohan Saini, I would very thankful to you on the behalf of MindBase that you take your time and come here to teach our student Python. So also, I would like to give some brief introduction about him. He's a data scientist at CBRE research. He is very much into mentor consultant and training. So he like to train, as he said, that his first job is in the teaching itself. So he's a very good mentor, and we're very happy to host him today. So now why are you only here? So I know you people are only here because you are very serious about your Python and you want to actually improve yourself. So that's why we have a special opportunity for you. We got around 1,000 plus registrations for this masterclass, but you people, we have entered, you got your registration today live because you are very much interested about Python, and we exclusively for attendees we have the hiring test also for the 15 minutes, which actually can help you land into your Python developer job. So stay tuned, stay about the test. So let me know what is the criteria. Just wait a minute. Sorry for the disturbance. So can you please all mute yourself, please?
Yeah, Rohit will get back to you. Please give him some time. Yeah, we'll definitely revert you back.
So sorry for the technical glitch. So what I'm saying is that MyBase is hiring for Python developer, as we all know. So you can actually get placed today itself by giving, like, first of all, you need to focus on what Rohan is teaching you today. After that, you will give 15 minutes hiring test, and after that, he will give you one project. Based on your test and your project, you can get selected for MyBase and our hiring partners. So please do stay till last. I hope now I would like to give stage to our mentor. So Rohan, please, stage is all yours.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much once again.
Okay, thank you for having me here as well. Okay, guys, so let me give a brief introduction about myself. My name is Rohan, currently working as a data scientist at CBRE. If you're not aware, like what's my organization do, like CBRE is a real estate firm. So we generally deal with real estate data. I'm also having expertise in machine learning. Voice is coming in background. Is anyone's mic is on? Please, everyone, please, you can mute yourself so that I can continue the session. So my expertise are machine learning, deep learning, neural networks, convolution neural network or computer vision itself. These beep sounds are coming because most of the attendees are still joining. That's why.
Yeah, sorry, like people are still joining, so the beep is coming. I hope my screen is not visible right now.
Yep, it's not.
Let me know. I hope, yeah. You can share your screen now.
Okay. Let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Great. So who all are excited for this Python bootcamp? Just give me a like. Okay, great. So can anyone answer this question? Why Python nowadays? Why Python is growing up nowadays? Anyone? You can type the answer in the chat window itself. Yeah, it's fast. Okay. Even C++ is also fast, and I believe you already aware that Python is written on top of C++ only. Yeah, Python is easy. You can say that, easy to understand. There are lots of libraries, simple syntax. Okay. So nowadays Python is used in web development, data science, and many other automation techniques as well. So that's why it is highly used by most of the developers all over the globe. Yep, it also has big data libraries like PySpark as well. Spark is a big data processing engine. We have most of the neural network libraries are built on top of Python programming language itself. We have TensorFlow, we have PyTorch, so that's why it is mostly used nowadays. In terms of web development, we have Django, we have Flask. Exactly. So is there anyone who has really worked on Python? And just let me know which IDE you are using. VS Code, Jupyter Notebook, or PyCharm. Great, great, great. So in this session, we are going to cover operators, type operators, control statements, functions and modules, different data structures that we are having, functional programming, regular expression, and exceptional handling. Guys, do you know, for example, sometimes when you visit a particular website, there is a pop-up available over there, like something went wrong. How this happens? Due to that exceptional handling.
Rohan, sorry for the interruption. Your screen is not like fully visible. It is showing PPT. So can you just put in? It is not visible properly.
Give me a second. I'm sharing the screen again.
Slideshow mode. Still the PPT is visible, not in slideshow mode.
Yeah. Now
it is okay. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Give me a second. Okay, so we are going to cover exception handling, regular expression, functional programming, data structures, different modules that are available in my Python language, control statements, if-else conditions, for loop, while loop, different operators available. Okay, let's start. I'm sharing my Jupyter notebook, guys, so we can all do hands-on, okay? Let me know if my Jupyter notebook is visible. Great. Great. So let's start by creating simple variables. So guys, there are different data types which are available in Python programming. We have integer, we have float, we have string, or we have complex numbers. Apart from that, we have bool operators as well, which are in the form of true or false. So these different data types have their different properties, right? Let's start with creating a variable. For example, over here I created a variable named a, and I've stored 5 in that particular variable. I have created a variable b, and I've stored a float variable which is in the form of decimals. The float can be in the form of 5.0004, float can be in the form of 4.5.45. That's all. The main question is like, what is a string operator? Here I have written hello in double inverted commas, and I've stored in C type of variable. So for creating a string variable, it's up to you whether you can use double inverted commas or single inverted commas. But be aware, like if you have started with a double inverted comma, so you need to end with a double inverted comma itself. Okay. We have complex number, like for example, in our 11th and 12th standard, we have studied like a plus iota b, where a is my real number and b is my imaginary number. So in that case, we can use complex numbers as well. So here I created 4 variables in which I have stored integer, float, string, and my complex number. Now, one important thing. There are different keywords available in Python programming. Can you name any keyword? Anyone from the chat window? Like what keywords we are having? Yeah, for, print, if. So suppose if I'm typing a keyword print, so the color has been changed. It turns to green, you can say. So you can't assign any value to a keyword. Okay. I have imported few important keywords which are available in keyword library, like false, none, true, and, as, assert, yield, global, finally. All these are keywords. So please make sure, like whenever you are assigning any particular value to any particular variable, so don't assign these keywords. So apart from that, we are having a print statement. Print statement is generally used to print any word. For example, I want to print hello world. You know, hello world is a prerequisite. You can't do programming without using this hello world keyword. To run this particular program, just simply hit shift plus enter. So you can say print is a keyword, and inside this particular open brackets, I have mentioned hello world in double inverted commas. You can also use single inverted commas as well, like this. Okay. So inside this particular print statement, I have mentioned type. What is the type of these variables? Anyone, what is the type of this variable A from the chat window? Right. For B, it's float. For C, it's string. For D, it's complex. When I run this particular cell, so it will gonna give you the class variable, integer, float, string, or complex numbers. Anyone having any doubt till here? Clear. Double type as in, can you please elaborate your question? Yeah, we do have. I will explain. Yeah. Okay, complex. So suppose I need to make a complex number. So In our previous classes, we have studied like a plus iota b. These are the complex numbers. A is the real part and b is the imaginary part, right? So if I need to create a complex number, either I can create like a plus 2 plus 4j, or I can create like complex. There's a keyword complex with real number and my imaginary number. So when if I want to print my real number, so it will gonna say like 2 is the real number and 6 is my imaginary number, right? Great. Okay, so over here I've used different lines over here, like a is equal to 5, b is equal to 5.45, c is equal to hello. So you can also use multiple assignments in a single line. I have mentioned PQR equals to 467. So it means the value of 4 will going to map with P, the value of 6 will going to map with Q, and the value of 7 will going to map with R. Here you can see when I'm going to print PQR, so 467. Make sure that if you're mentioned 3 variables on the left hand side, there should be 3 variables on the right hand side as well. Otherwise, it will gonna throw an error. Okay. So this is just for the beginning, like how to declare a variable. Now, I have already mentioned like we have different data types available. We have integer, we have string, we have complex, we have floating point numbers. So there are different properties associated with these data types. So let's start with string. I created a string, welcome to Python Bootcamp. And I mentioned few white spaces as well over here. So we can also remove these white spaces. Yeah, Boolean variable too as well. So which the variables in the form of true or false are considered as Boolean variables. So I've mentioned a particular string. The name is my string, in which I have written welcome to Python Bootcamp. So if you want to lower this particular string, simply use dot lower. If you want to capitalize the entire string, use dot upper. If you want to print this string as a title, title means the first word of this sentence will be capitalized. We have split option to split this particular sentence into tokens. We have strip. Strip, what will do? Anyone having any idea what strip will gonna do? Right, it will gonna remove the white spaces. Let me run this particular piece of code. So you can say, yeah, lower. So the entire sentence has been moved to lower. Upper, entire sentence has been capitalized. In title, you can say the first word, the first character of every word has been capitalized only. Split, it has been converted into tokens, and the strip function, all the white spaces has been removed. Anyone having any doubt? There are different string methods. For example, I want to check, I've created a new string. For example, over here, Z is equal to my name itself, Rohan. I want to check whether my name starts with R or not. So true. No, these are not the white spaces between the words. White spaces are only from in the beginning and in the end of every sentence. Because in these particular four functions, I haven't removed the white spaces. That's why this particular sentence is showing in the middle of this particular string. But in this particular, I have removed the white spaces. That's why it's moved to corner. So yeah, definitely split function. Let me create another sentence. Welcome to Python. Okay. So I'm going to split this particular sentence. So you can see this particular, I will let you know. There are different parameters available inside the split statement itself. So suppose by default, the split statement is working on these white spaces only, these spaces which are available. So by default, it has converted my sentence to different tokens only based on the sentence spaces available. But what happen if I'm having a symbol in between them, an underscore? See, but it is not working, right? It has to be split down. So in this particular open brackets, I need to mention a parameter like on which basis you can gonna split this particular line, or this is also known as the argument that you are talking about, Anurag. Now it has split this particular sentence. If there are two strings connected with OR operator, well, in that case, you need to traverse through the entire string value. Can you just show us an example of that particular, Rohit, inside the chat window? Like you can say Rohan or mine ways, something like that. Well, in that case, we are having two strings and we're gonna traverse through each. Okay, so here's an example from the chat. Z equals to Rohit plus Ram. You're saying like that, so like this, we can't split this particular value. In that case, you need to mention a space over here, or you need to concat it with a particular empty string. Yeah, I'm gonna explain that as well. Rohit, so is your doubt cleared? Let's move, guys. Split, Divya, split gonna convert the sentence into different tokens. For example, I have written Z plus split, for this will remove plus. We can check that. So Divya, for example, I've written a particular sentence, welcome to Python Bootcamp. So split function is going to convert this into different tokens. Welcome to Python Bootcamp, so that we can iterate to each of this particular data structure and we can find some meaningful insights. This particular function is highly used when you are dealing with text data. So let's start with some indexing. So let me create another variable, Rohan. So what is the location of the word R? Anyone from? What is the location of the word R? 0. Great. So in Python, indexing starts with 0 only, right? In R programming language, indexing starts with 1. But please make sure to think about it. Like if you're working in both the languages, R or Python, because in my organization, I work with both your languages. So sometimes I need to take care of that thing as well. Okay, so I've written my variable Python. So at 0th index, I have P. At first index, I have Y. At second index, I have T. At third index, and so on. So this indexing works like this: start, stop, and range. Reverse indexing, I've also let you know, Mrityunjay. So this indexing works like start, stop, and range. For example, I'm creating a new variable known as m. Let's start with this particular variable only, my variable. I want to start with 0 and end with 3, but make sure it will gonna end with 3, it will gonna end with 2 only. Okay, I've done that. So pyt, variable at 0, variable at 1, and variable at 2. So did you have to learn R beforehand, or it is a part of the work? It's a part of work. See, there are different programming languages. So I'm a data scientist. So there are two major programming languages available in terms of data science, R and Python. And in my organization, I work with both. It depends from job description to job description. Like if your organization wants Python, you can go for that as well. So I have given a starting range and from where to end. So it will gonna remove the last element. So suppose I have written Python, so it will gonna show you the value at index 0, 1, and only 2. Value at index 0, value at index 1, and value index 2, pyt. That's here. Right? Make sense? Great. I can also do reverse. 0 is inclusive, but the value at the stop variable will be excluded. I can also do reverse indexing. So the value at -1 would be starting from the end of this particular word. So n. Suppose I have written my variable 6. So it will gonna throw us an error. String out of range. That makes sense because I'm having only 5 characters in the word. Yeah, definitely. I'll let you know. So let's start with reverse indexing. For example, I created this variable and I want to reverse this particular word. So in that case, I'll be mentioning to start, not to stop, but you should have a range of -1. So at each iteration, it will gonna print the end word only because -1 is the reverse indexing. And I already mentioned range at -1. So this is how you can reverse a particular string. Okay, so here's a quick function for you to make. Write a Python program to check whether a string is palindrome or not. Anyone from the chat window who knows like what is a palindrome? Yeah. Palindrome means that the reverse of that particular word should be same. For example, I'm having madam. The reverse of madam is madam only. We have race car. The reverse of race car is reverse car, race car only. Right. So can you please I'm giving you 2 minutes of time. Just yeah, Mukesh. That's great. Yeah, you can iterate through that as well. But here's the hint over there. Use string indexing and try to cover all the edge cases. Take the input from the user using the input function. So suppose I'm giving name equals to Rohan and I want to see whether my name is a palindrome or not. Right. As of now, I haven't mentioned if else statement, so you can just give me a Boolean answer like true or false. So name -1. So it will gonna give you false. Definitely, Isha, you are absolutely correct. Suppose I mention over here, madam. Why it's giving me false? Madam is a palindrome. Anyone? Right, great path. So I need to lower the letter. What is the function I need to use? Name dot lower. Now it's gonna give you true. So suppose if you are having an interview and the interviewer have asked you a simple question like create a function for palindrome or check whether a number is even or not, just don't be excited in that time. Like this is the most simplest one. You need to cover all the edge cases which are available, right? You need to cover all the edge cases because on that basis the interviewer is gonna check your knowledge. Okay, so over here now I can only use madam as a string, but I want to take the user from the input. So I will gonna use the input command. Simply input string is equal to input string dot lower, and it will gonna check whether that particular word is a palindrome or not. -1. Start, stop, and reverse indexing. Reverse indexing -1 is the range. So at each iteration, it will gonna start with the ending point. Enter your name, madam. It will gonna print. A print statement. Give me a second, guys. I haven't mentioned double equal to over here. That's why. Gonna... True. Yeah, definitely. So for string indexing, we have these particular three parameters: from where to start, from where to stop, and the range, the step size we need to make. Okay, now, Nayana. So I also told you like how to reverse index a particular string. You can use -1. But what I did over here is I have mentioned like you can start from the starting point of the starting point of the particular variable and you can stop, but you should have a range of -1, right? So at each iteration, it will gonna print the end word only. At each iteration, for example, iteration 1, it will gonna print n because n is at the position of -1. In second iteration, O, which is at the position of -1. In third position, the position is at P. Okay, so let's start. Palindrome we have made. So, okay, let's start with this particular integer. Guys, can you try doing an indexing on an integer? Can you try that? Just create an index, create an integer y 90 and try doing indexing over that. What is the reason? Okay, anyone? Okay, so this indexing is a string method, but that's an integer. So anyone have any idea like how we gonna traverse through the particular, how we can do indexing on an integer? Great. Convert to string. Great, great, great. So over here, first of all, I'm having a sample integer and I'll check what is the type. It's of integer. I've converted into string. Now I've converted back to integer. So you can say in that case, you can index on a particular integer itself. That makes sense. Anyone having any doubt? Anyone? Shall we move forward? This process of converting a data type from one data type to another is known as casting. So I have cast this particular integer as a string. So let's start with Python operators. So I've created two variables which are integer. Any geom vacancy, please put in WhatsApp group. I'm not in that WhatsApp group, guys. So you can use these particular arithmetic operators, addition, subtraction, multiply, floor division, division, modulus, exponential, and floor division itself. So when I'm adding this particular two string, it will gonna give me 10, subtracting 6, multiplication 16, division 4, modulus 0, exponential 64. Just tell me what is the difference between these two particular exponential and floor division? Anyone from the chat window? Okay. And what is the difference between this floor division and this division only? The difference between division and floor division. Great. So floor division removes the decimal part, or you can say it's gonna give you a round off value after dividing these two particular. But division gives you a value in the form of a float number. Okay, we have different comparison operators. This modulus is generally the remainder of this particular, like when I divide 8 by 2, the remainder is 0. That makes sense, right? Now coming to different Python operators to check for equality, double equal to x is equal to y, which is false. I have mentioned x is equal to 2, y is equal to x is equal to 8, and y equal to 2. X is not equal to y, true. X is greater than y, x is less than y, greater than equal to or less than equal to. So these are different comparison operators we are having. Make sense? We had different logical operators. Suppose x is less than 5 and x is less than 10. The value of x is 8. Let me mention over here. So the value of x is 8. X is less than 5, right? And x is less than 10. So this will gonna give you, let me print that again, false. Because in that particular AND operator, we need to satisfy both the conditions. But x is not less than 5. That makes sense, right? So when you are going to use an AND operator, make sure you need to satisfy both the conditions. When you are going to use the OR statement or OR operator, you can satisfy only one condition itself. So x is less than 5 or x is less than 4. Let's mention over here x is less than 10. So is it gonna give you true? the left statement is false, but the right statement is true. So at the end, it will be gonna give you true. Not is just the opposite. What's the answer for x is less than 5? It's the false, but after mentioning not, so it will gonna give you true. Make sense? Okay. So simply we have different bitwise operators as well. So suppose I'm having these three variables 0, 1, 2, 3. These are in the bitwise form. So we have AND operator, we have OR, we have XOR, we have AND. So based on the particular bitwise operations, we have these particular values 0 and 1 and value of 0 and 1. 0 into 0, 0, 0 into 1, 0. So 0 and 1 will gonna give you 0 only. 0 or 1 will gonna give you 0 into 0, 0, 0 into 1, 1. So that will gonna give you 1. XOR operator returns 1 if the bit size is 1, else 0. So the XOR between 0 and 1 would be 0 into 0, 0, 0 and 1, 1. So it would be 1 only. Opposite, print not. So in that case, the value of 0 is 0, 0 and 1. So it will gonna give you 1, but I want the opposite of this. So it will gonna give you -1. Here is the bitwise operations that Python supports. Now let's jump to the main topic, different data structures. Are you guys Are we on the same page, guys? Everyone? Okay. I believe only Ankur is on the same page, else is not able to understand. Okay, Deepika, okay, Parth, Abhay, Sagar, great. Shall we move forward? Great. So let's start with list, sets, dictionary, and tuple. I'm having a slide comparing all these different. Let me show you. Where is that particular? So this study material will be going to share to each and everyone so that you can take the reference from these. This is the same that what I'm teaching right now. Yes, a second. See, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. List is mutable, tuple is immutable. Anyone having any idea what is the difference between mutability? What is mutability? Yes, Sagar, definitely. Yeah. So lists are mutable sequence of iterable heterogeneous objects. Mutables, you know that we can change the value. Iterable, you can traverse through each and every position. Heterogeneous, it means it contains different data types. So lists are mutable sequence of iterable heterogeneous objects. So are you guys comfortable with this particular definition? All the entire definition of the list has been covered in this particular sentence, right? Yes, Sumit, that's changeable. You can either remove or add any value in the particular list. So to create a list, just use square brackets. That's it. If you're using square brackets, you have created a list. That's it. So to add any value in a list, we're gonna use append. Append. So in this particular list L1, append function is going to add the value 6 to this particular list at the end of this particular. So I have added 6. So 6 has been added at the end. I want to insert a particular value on a particular index. So over here, I have mentioned 0th index and I will be adding new element at the beginning, right? So the new element at the beginning has been added on 0th index. You can also add another list using extend function. So this particular list has been added at the end of this particular list. So I've mentioned like three important features, three important functions of list to add values: append, insert, and extend. Removing elements, pop. If I'm going to use the pop, so it will automatically remove the last element. If I'll be mentioning any index value, so it will gonna remove that particular value in that index position. L1 dot remove. Remove function will gonna remove that particular keyword only. Suppose I'm having 1, so it will gonna remove 1 from that. Yep, we can also use del as well. Extend will gonna extend this particular to list. So in this particular extend command, I am using another list. So these two lists has been concatenated. And insert means you need to insert a value at a particular index. Over here, I have inserted new element at this beginning. This is a string value, and I have inserted this value at the beginning, which is 0. Make sense? These are various miscellaneous functions. Yeah, you will get these particular cheat sheets as well. To check the index value of 9, to sort the value, to sort the list, to reverse the list, to check the number of count of this particular variable. So these are different. Extend function is going to extend my previous list has been extended with this particular new list. So this list has been added to this particular previous list. That's the work of the extend function. You can say my previous list was new element 1, Rohan 2, and 6. But I've extended this list with this particular. Yeah, you can add, we can have nested list as well. For example, I can have a list as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can have another list in this particular list. I can have another list as well. So this is a nested list. So this list is at the 6th position. Make sense? Guys, difference between append and extend. That's extend means you are just extending this particular list. So you can say append, inside the append you can use a single value, but inside the extend you can add a list itself, right? Nope, it doesn't require to index. So these are my miscellaneous function, like to sort, to reverse, to check the number of counts and all this stuff. Let's move to dictionary, guys. You can take up your doubts. I'm giving you another 2 minutes. Means multiple elements can be added at the end. Yep, inside the using extend, we can add multiple elements, right? Yep, that we're gonna add the pop will gonna remove the value at the end, because that particular error is coming because you need to mention at which particular index you need to insert the value. Yeah, Shiva will let you know how indexing done for this nested list. Right, so that we can do dictionary after that. First of all, for example, I'm creating a list 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm creating another list. My ways, data science. So you need to index. Yeah, we can add Ankur. So how you gonna print data science? Because we have a nested list. So this particular list, what is the position of this list? Can anyone tell me? What is the position of this list? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this list at the fourth position. Now I want to print data science. So this data science is as the first position. So you can use double indexing. In the same way, if you're having a nested list, if you're having a list inside this list, so you can use triple indexing as well. Yeah, it behaves like a 2D array. You can say that, but it's not a 2D array. Okay. So let me stop sharing my screen. Soon a link will be floated in the chat window.
Hi, so I'm just floating link.
Yeah.
Guys, you can give the test and get a chance to be hired in my way. So that let me tell you about the test. So the test will be of 15 minutes where you are not allowed to change the screen of your test and you are not allowed to leave the test, because once you leave the test, you are not able to log in it again. And after the test, Rohan will share. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So after the test, Rohan will share the problem statement for the Python project that we will discuss tomorrow, and you have to submit that project as soon as possible. The deadline is 3 p.m. tomorrow for the project, and we need to submit like for getting hired. And if you clear the test and the project, you get hired for the MyWiz and get the call till Saturday for the final interview with our tech lead.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, and also the result for the test is also the real time only. So you get Aina, first of all, you please give the test. The package is good. So let me just put I would request my team to put the link in the chat section. So please make sure that you did not switch the window, you did not leave the test and come back so that you can have the real time that who are the top scorers of the test. We will tell you the real time only. So yes, you will get a LinkedIn Premium. Yes, Anand, you will get LinkedIn Premium also.
Yeah, definitely. Even I want that too.
Yes, you will also get. So, what is that? So, yes, you are. Yes, the internships are also available. We have a lot of internships and jobs for the MyBase and also for our hiring partners. So now the test is in chat section. It is 6 to this. We will wait till 6:17. You can give the test in 15 minutes. As soon as you attempt the test, we will declare the result. So please do hurry up, join the test and give the test. So it is on the Python only. Please start your test right now. The link is shared.
Link has already been shared. Let me share it again.
Yeah, thank you. So we are just waiting for you. 15 minutes. You have 15 minutes to give the test.
Yes, Abhishek, you can.
You can try, Abhishek, but it does not like give you that much experience. Better if you log in through a laptop, or in phone you can actually log in through the desktop mode. So please give the test 15 minutes. We are waiting till 15 minutes, and then we will soon like tell about the result as soon as the test is clear.
Right.
So guys, test is over. Now we just soon declare the result. So whom attend the test, let me know in the chat section. Are you excited? How's your text experience? Just let me know. Yes, time, sorry Nana, time is still not sufficient, but it is for 15 minutes only. Tough, it's good. Need more time solving the question. I don't know how I'm getting in with a new function and finding it for knowledge. Link got late. Oh, but we give you extra time also, like reasoning questions, okay? Was tough. Need some more time, okay? Minimum marks. So it is not marks based, it is percentile based. So we'll let you know. Computer, Sagar, no, it is Python, not computer science. So, but question was there in test. I submitted mine, I joined late, no issues. Can we retake the test tomorrow? Yes, you can retake the test tomorrow, but only in the case if you get missed out, your link does not work, but you can take it, but we always give a preference to the one who give the test today.
Guys, meanwhile, you can ask any question related to my profile and all about data science and every question having in your mind.
So guys, the one who take the test tomorrow, retake the test tomorrow, can place with our hiring partners, and the one who take test today and be in a top 10 percentile will get a chance to place with MyWays. But even if you are not in top 10 percentile, there is a one more gateway to get hired into MyWays. So that is the project which Rohan just about to tell you after this result announcement. Or Rohan, do you prefer to like tell the project before and then announce the result?
Just announce the result. I will tell the test after that. No worries.
Okay, sure. So the solution will be discussed in tomorrow, but you need to submit the project in order to be in a top percent and in order to brag the internship and the job opportunity in Python at MyWays. Yeah. So we are just announcing the result. Are you excited? Where is the project file? So Rohan will soon tell you about the project. Please stay tuned. We are waiting for the results and we will soon announce the result.
Guys, I will share my LinkedIn profile. You can connect me there.
So sorry for the delay. We are just excited. Countdown begins. We are just soon. So let me know in the chat section you are telling about your test experience. So Bhavna is asking you, Rohan, that do you have online course for Python? So because we have like Rohan already takes the courses with us, sessions with us, so you can learn, Bhavna. Ma'am, please summary of all over PDF. What do you want to say, Ashutosh? Please say clearly.
So if you want to start your career as a data scientist, you need to be good at Python programming, statistics, machine learning, and deep learning as well.
So guys, in meanwhile, I would like to recap on the My Gurukul. So if you don't, do you heard of My Gurukul? Anyone in chat section, let me know. No, okay, so let me tell you. So meanwhile, the results are declared. Let me tell you about My Gurukul. So My Gurukul is our hiring program. So what we do here is we hire for our partner companies. We will train you while on your like probation or internship with our hiring companies. So for that, you need to give a test, just like you just gave for the MyWays. You just need to give a test for a while. But because you are in the session, so you can get the entry in the My Gurukul also based on your test results. So if you are in top 10 percentile, you are the chances of getting you hired in MyWays and My Guru are very high. And if you lie in top 25%, the chances of hiring directly in My Gurukul is very high. And even if you does not lie in top 10 or top 25%, you can still brag the job by preparing more in test or the project with just Rohan Gill and retake the test tomorrow for My Gurukul. Where to give the test? So this will be on the MyWays website. We will share the link in the session only. Okay, no issue, Siddharth. You can retake it tomorrow for My Gurukul. Only who pass test will no. That what I'm saying. If you don't do well in the test, you can actually brag the offer just by submitting the project. So there is a like gateway to hiring the the project also. Project file. Just wait 2 minutes. No one will tell you once we declare the result. Yes, Siddhant, you can retake for My Gurukul. Can I get internship in MyWays on Python? Yes, you can. If your test result is very nice, yes, you can. And please submit the project. We will take the project from everyone who is present here. You are eligible to take the project, and if your project is super cool, you can actually get or be in the top 10 percentile and expect the call from us. So that, but it is reverting to dashboard. No problem. So that I guess, did you log in through your laptop? So I guess there is some network issue. You can retake the test tomorrow. What's the ID? The score is not. Just let me know. What is that criteria to get a LinkedIn Premium? So after this session, we will send you an email which you need to fill the form, and then you can get the LinkedIn Premium. And also the test has 30% weightage and project has 70% of weightage. So please make sure that you will do the project. So Rohan is just sharing his screen to give a problem statement, and then we will announce the result. So once you have the problem statement, then we will announce the result. Resource kit, Demalai, you will get the resource kit. We will send the resource kit with the email to you. So test is about the Python. Yes. So let Rohan give us the Python project, and then we will announce the result.
Okay, guys. So I'm giving you 3 problem statement. The first one would be like you need to make a dice roll simulator. Suppose I'm rolling 2 dice, so you need to simulate that using Python. Second one is you need to check whether a number is an Armstrong number or not. So the one who have no idea what an Armstrong number is, so suppose I'm giving a number 153. So I'm having three letters. So 1 cube plus 5 cube and plus 3 cube, this should return the same number. So if a particular number, suppose these type of properties, so it's an Armstrong number, right? And the third one is spelling correction. So you need to create a standardized Python function just to check whether that particular string that you have mentioned is correct or not. In that particular case, you can use any particular natural language processing library as well, or you can also use your own dictionary. Just create a dictionary using a list and just iterate through each and every value. That's all. These are three major problem statements for you.
So
You can submit it via Jupyter Notebook itself.
We are giving you one Typeform link where you can submit your project. You can just copy paste and submit your Jupyter, and don't worry if you miss the. Yes, you can get a link of the recording also. So you can get the Typeform in the email also, which we send you with the problem statements. So you can submit that. Yes, we can submit the problem statements again via email. So first of all, let me tell you about the result for the test which we have. So first of all, I'll let about 10 to 25 percentile students. So first name is Komal Saini. Komal Saini, are you here? So if I'm saying some name, you can just let me know in chat section your presence. Komal Saini, Anurag Singh, Rohan Chabra, Amraj Tipika, Randhir Kumar Gupta, Saurabh Mishra, Garima Gupta, Azra Ankita Mishra, Nayana, Priyanka, Dinansh, Bhardwaj, Ishan, Snehal, Mukund, Chandan, Chaitanya, Kamantham, Nanda, Sonu, and Mohammed. So I'm just writing the name again in chat section also. So you can actually get it from there too. So big congratulations. These are the top 10 to 25 percentile students who give the test. Now comes to the people who are the top 10 percentile students who give the test today. So let me tell their name also. Supriya, Vastupalia, Akash, Sonu, Avinash, Rishabh, Ashu, Shiva, Harish, Praveen, Mukesh, Madhipali, Preeti, and Lavanya. Congratulations, guys. You are in the top 10% of people who give the test today. And we will just putting the name of top 10 people also in the chat section. We are just putting it 2 minutes. So heartiest congratulations to everyone who is in the top 10% and 20 to 25%. So for the top 10%, I would like to say that you are directly eligible for MyWay's hiring, but you need to make sure that to be in the top 10%, you have to submit the project very well also. Otherwise, you can, like, people who submit the project can get in. So if you want to be in top 10, please submit, and all other people, you also still get chance into this top 10% by submitting the Python project. So please make sure we will send you an email where you can submit the project, and we will send you the link of Typeform also, where you can actually like put your Jupyter notebook as an assignment. The deadline of the project is 3 p.m. tomorrow. So let's wish them about. So Nayana was asking, what about 10 to 25 percentile? So 10 to 25 percentile, there are high chances of getting into MyWay's and also direct into My Gurukul initiative. So you are also eligible for the hiring. But if you make the project more strong, there's a more chances to get into top 10%. So thank you so much. We are just adding the feedback form also in the chat section. Please fill that so that we can actually send you all the recordings and the problem statement and the link to give the project submission. And also, so what a project do we need to do? You need to give the solve the problem statement which your mentor Rohan just tell to. Also, there's a feedback form in the chat section. Please fill that. And also, those who are not in top 25% can still get hired if you just fill the or complete the project very well. So do make sure that you make the project and solve the problem statements which Rohan just gave to you. Yeah, Rohan just mentioned in the chat section all the 3 problem statements. All three problem statements are required. Also, you do visit our LinkedIn, Instagram, or check our website to know like what we are doing. And if you want to know or learn from the free resources, you can visit our website too. So Avinash is saying just photos or code to be submitted. So you need to submit the Jupyter notebook with the running code. Swati, yes, you will get once you submit the project and give the test. So I guess most of the code, you will get the LinkedIn Premium. We will email you. Just fill that form and you will get the LinkedIn Premium.
And guys, we are going to cover a few more topics tomorrow. So
yes.
Mukesh,
Yes.
you are not ignored.
Oh no, Mukesh, we will not ignore you. Please ask a question. So we would like to thank a mentor for his time. Rohan, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah.
And we are hoping to have a great time with you tomorrow also. Like to cover the rest of the topics.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you for having me here as well to connect with my ways.
It's totally our pleasure.
Yeah.
To have you here with us. So great section. Thank you so much, guys. If you have any session, you can connect us at student.connect, and all the links to Typeform, project submission, my website, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything is in chat section. Do check it out, and we will send you the 3 problem statements and the Typeform over the email also. Thank you so much. Looking forward to host you tomorrow also, and I hope you had a great time and a great time in learning. See you tomorrow.